Listen closely because this is important. A woman might hide her phone, lock her notifications, or pull back emotionally, but her words rarely lie. Even before you notice any outward signs, the way she speaks can reveal what's really going on. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 specific words women often use when they're secretly involved with someone else, before any physical clues appear. But first, let me make something clear. If you're a man who's tired of confusion, tired of second guessing, and tired of feeling like you're being misled, you're in the right place. I'm Too, and my goal is to help you navigate relationships with insight and emotional intelligence, not through anger or fear, but through clarity. That way, you'll never miss advice that could save you from unnecessary heartbreak. What you're about to learn will completely change the way you listen to women and understand their intentions. The first word to pay attention to is, I'm tired. Now, this isn't about someone being genuinely exhausted from work or life. It's more nuanced than that. I once worked with a client in California. Let's call him Daniel. He came to me frustrated. His partner's routines hadn't changed. They still slept in the same bed, but he felt something was off. Outwardly, everything seemed normal, yet the words she kept using were a subtle signal. She would say she was tired, but only at moments when he sought connection or closeness. Meanwhile, when she was texting, dressing up, or engaging socially elsewhere, her energy seemed boundless. That wasn't real fatigue. It was emotional withdrawal.
I'm tired can act as a shield, a soft way to create distance without causing a confrontation or raising suspicion. Before we dive in, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications.
When a woman redirects her energy and excitement towards someone else, this phrase becomes a quiet way of stepping back emotionally from you. The second word is whatever. This one stings because it's dismissive in a way that cuts deeper than you might expect. It's not just casual, it signals disengagement. Saying whatever is like emotionally walking away while physically still being present. It's her way of checking out, of the conversation, the effort, and sometimes even the relationship. She uses it to shut down discussions she doesn't want to have, particularly those that could expose her divided attention. It's a defense mechanism, a way to avoid accountability, and a tool to prevent you from seeing her shifting loyalties. The key here isn't a single instance. It's the repetition, the pattern. When it becomes a consistent part of her communication, it reveals a distance she's intentionally maintaining. Understanding these subtle language shifts is crucial. Women rarely lie through words without slipping up somewhere. By paying attention to the phrases she uses consistently, you can see the truth before actions make it obvious. Emotional energy, attention, and investment are all finite resources. When you notice that her energy is absent with you, but abundant elsewhere, and words like, I'm tired, or whatever appear often, it's not coincidence. It's an early warning. This approach isn't about confrontation or paranoia. It's about seeing clearly and protecting your emotional well-being. When you understand these verbal cues, you can respond with awareness rather than confusion or hurt. Relationships thrive on honest communication, and recognizing patterns in language gives you insight before things spiral. So, stay observant, listen deeply, and pay attention to how she communicates, not just what she does. The words she chooses are more revealing than you might think, and they often tell the story before any other signs appear. If you keep an eye on these patterns, you'll understand her intentions long before you feel betrayed or blindsided. This knowledge gives you clarity, confidence, and the ability to make informed choices about your relationships without being controlled by doubt or fear. When a woman is emotionally or physically involved with someone else, her language gradually shifts. Words become shorter, sharper, or more dismissive because her emotional energy is being poured elsewhere. If you've noticed that she's been saying whatever more often over the last few weeks compared to before, trust your instincts. You're not imagining it. Your gut is picking up on a truth your heart may be reluctant to accept. And don't worry, this is just the beginning. The next word we'll cover will give away emotional cheating almost instantly. But first, a quick favor. If these first two words are striking a chord with you, tap the like button. Not for me, but to help other men who are in the same confusing situation find this video and gain clarity. Now, let's continue. The third word is a major turning point. He's just a friend. The moment she says this, especially with added emphasis, hesitation, or a carefully rehearsed tone, it signals that her emotional focus has already shifted. Most women don't defend men who mean nothing to them. They barely mention them at all. But when she insists he's just a friend, repeatedly or with unnecessary clarification, it's a sign of emotional investment. It's not the word itself, it's the energy behind it, the frequency, and how protective she becomes over that friendship. This isn't always about physical betrayal. It's about where her heart is quietly leaning. The fourth word is one of the most manipulative. You're overthinking. This phrase is particularly painful because it reframes your intuition as paranoia and your concerns as insecurity. Instead of explaining her behavior or addressing valid questions, she shifts the blame onto you. Repeatedly hearing this is a red flag. Sometimes it's conscious, other times it's guilt or fear driving it, but the effect is the same. It makes you question yourself and doubt your perceptions. Healthy partners respond with reassurance and honest conversation. Women who are hiding something deflect with this phrase to avoid scrutiny and maintain control over the narrative. The fifth word is the hardest to hear. I need space. Most of the time, this isn't about needing alone time or a breather from daily life. It's a signal that her emotional loyalty has shifted away from you, often towards someone else. It's a slow, gentle way of creating distance while minimizing guilt or confrontation. When she repeatedly asks for space over days or weeks, it's no longer about stress. It's a pattern. She's mentally checked out, and her heart is already elsewhere. Women who remain emotionally committed don't seek distance. They seek connection, reassurance, and understanding. Space in this context is a redirection of her emotional investment. Many men think cheating shows up first through obvious actions, late nights, secretive phone use, sudden routine changes, but language changes appear first. Words shift long before behaviors do. Recognizing these patterns gives you clarity and allows you to respond intelligently rather than reactively. Confronting with anger, accusations, or threats only provokes defensiveness. Instead, observe the patterns over time, not isolated incidents. Speak calmly, use I statements, and describe what you're noticing. For example, say, I've noticed some changes in how you communicate. I feel like something is shifting emotionally, and I want us to talk honestly. Men often lose women not because they're wrong, but because they respond carelessly. If she dismisses your feelings, blames your intuition, or refuses healthy communication, understand that you're not losing a woman worth keeping. You're losing someone who has already stepped away emotionally, and you deserve better than that. If this message resonates, there are 3 small actions you can take that make a real difference. 1. Like this video to help other men gain clarity. 2. Subscribe to stay connected to advice that protects your peace, confidence, and self-respect. These are steps that keep you grounded, aware, and emotionally strong in situations where clarity is everything.